Inside, 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 I want your body inside, inside tonight. I want your body.
Jumping on my bed and she do a back summer.
Inside, 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 I want your body inside, inside tonight. I want your body.
So before we get to show you the actual video, which we'll be showing on Yatu Vibes, you know, when it's a live conversation, a couple of things get to happen that you can't see in the background. But yes, we are having them on set. Before we get to show you the entire video, and what we're just from showing you is what they were promoting before the song was out. Now, one thing I love about these guys is that before they officially dropped that song, they had to send it to us on Yatu Vibes. We had to show it before it was on YouTube. It was an exclusive. I was super excited about it because you know how artists just respect now online. Even this conversation that we get to have, artists will even ask you, say, is it on YouTube? Can I check it out on YouTube? Not because they want to watch TV. I don't know what's happening. But big ups to you who's watching this on TV. It means that you'll have to catch the first-hand information. So for you who are watching on TV right now, you're the first people that are watching this conversation. Like on my YouTube, I'm calling my secondary. So I'm having the NSA right here on Prime TV. Muniche. What's going on? What's going on? I'm a popoko, I'm a kalazi, I'm a swaggy. Ashani.
I'm in jungle vibe.
Jungle vibe. Okay. I hear that these things are very expensive, man.
Yeah.
These outfits are very expensive.
Yeah.
Okay, let me start with him, man. What you're wearing right now?
Yeah.
Like, let's start with the shoe, the jean, the t-shirt. How much is the total amount?
I'm gonna give you a rough estimation. That should be like I got the shoes for like 1,500.
Okay.
Yeah, and the pants were actually customized by NSA Merch, so it was like a gift from the brand to me. Yeah, and
find out how much it was costing.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah, you don't ask how much a gift costs. You know what I mean?
To find out, man. How about you?
Okay. From the shoes, these are like 2,000.
Okay.
Yeah. Dr. Martens are like 2,000. Then this is also NSA Merch that made it. This piece is actually like 1,000 or something for this piece, for this bottom. Yeah. Then this was a gift from my sister. Yeah.
You guys receive a lot of gifts.
Yeah. You know the craft.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get find out from you. So it's a color. It's yellow.
Yeah.
Something.
It's a mood today.
Okay.
Like, just like.
So do colors also have a mood? What mood are you in right now?
I'm in a cool mood, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
show myself on TV because I knew that I'm coming on TV. So
Nice. Let's talk
wear
about the
something.
outfit, the shoes.
Yeah, the shoes. I got these shoes. They're like 850.
Okay.
Yeah. Then the pants. It's NSA Merch, customized. Yeah, I got it on 650. And I got this on this sweater. It was on 350 or something.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was having a conversation before you guys came on set. I was trying to find out. Anyone can pick up this question. I was trying to find out. You guys are a group.
Yes.
Okay? And we were talking about this, saying, "Yo, man, we have had countless conversations about AMA groups. For you guys, how did it all start to come to this point where you guys meet and just decide to say, let's do this as a group?"
Okay. It's I first must start by mentioning, you know, I know there's gonna be, you know, a couple of comparisons to other groups, but yeah, NSA music is NSA music, and the future would definitely explain what, you know, NSA music is all about. So how I started on music's journey, it was back in high school. You know, it was actually this guy was, it's where one of those days where you like in school and you just meet this guy. Was kind of like that was his first day in school. So yeah, we had a short conversation, you know. Somehow we just drove into a conversation, and yeah, we had a small chat, you know. Never knew that he does music. Later on, I only realized that we actually stay in the same neighborhood, but I don't know how I met that guy at school, you know what I mean? So yeah, we built that connection. Oh, I do music, and yeah, started in my room actually playing instruments. So, you know, I invited him over, let's do a couple stuff. Made some beats, he vibed to beats, and later on we elevated, went to visit different producers that I was working with, because I was playing instruments in their studios at that particular time. Yeah, so we had a couple of records, then as well as DB. We just had a couple of records as a single or maybe solo artist, let me say. Yeah, we started recording a solo artist. Then there came a time where, like, you know, there was that connection that was building, the charisma, the energy, and we figured out, we were like, okay, let's try create something, you know, together. And we did that, and since then none of us went back to being a solo artist. It just started like that.
So initially whose idea was it?
I must say he started that idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what made you to start up that idea and felt like you needed to be in a group, not just individual artists?
Okay, so like for me personally, even like before I met Flamesy and Dayboy, I was actually in a mini group, like a trio, back in Livingston when I was in like primary school. Yeah. So there's this group called TDL. I think it was TDL or something. Yeah. So had groups like Sky Empire and some other groups. So that
Sky Empire is still there, right?
Yeah, Sky Empire is still there.
Two guys.
Yeah, they actually, yeah, two guys. Yeah. So that's how like the music journey started on my side. But then when I moved to Lusaka for my secondary education, that's when I thought like, hey, why not give it a shot again of what I was doing back in Livingston. So that's how the energies were, you know, the matching vibes, you know, we had the same agenda, and we got to understand music better together, you know, because it was easier. He's playing instruments, maybe I'm like sketching up lyrics, he's dropping the vocals, so it was easy like that. So the chemistry, and you know, and also what also gave me the push to say, okay, we can actually do this, was the vision, because our visions were so in sync that it felt like as if it's just one person speaking to three people minds. So all that also gave me like, okay, say, you know, let's give this a try, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me get to find out from you, man. From the time that you guys have been doing it, the three of you, is there a difference that you felt when you were doing it alone?
Yeah, it was different, because even bringing up different sounds, you know, because I remember when I used way back in choir, yeah, that's where I started my music. So the difference is even the type of music I started doing, you know, started singing about girls, love, stuff like that. I used to do gospel music. Yeah, so I changed and diverted to different type of sound.
You know, you guys, that the people are going to have their favorites. like people will still say, this is my favorite, I like this guy. I don't like this guy. This guy is talented than this guy. You know how people put comparison or their favorites. How are you going to take such?
I must mention, I think critics are normal for every artist out there, even if you're not a trio, you know. So what makes the difference is how you respond to such critics, you know. People will mention, say, oh, this is my favorite, this is my favorite, but it's how you respond. That's what makes you relevant and stay for long in an industry, I should say. Yeah.
Let's talk about the NSA music. Maybe NS, what does it stand for? Maybe give us like how the name came about.
So the NSA abbreviation, Northside Africa. So
Northside
Africa.
Okay.
So this Northside Africa all came up back in high school again, when we actually met So there was a lot of these say, groups or crews back in high school where you find this one is saying I'm from the east side, I'm from the west side, north side. So there's all that. So in us back in high school, our only activities was making music. So you find us like would get say mini gigs at school where I could perform for the drama class, do some literature songs, this and that. So always engaging ourselves in anything to do with music back at school. So looking at even where we actually our location was, we all came from the Great North Roads area. So everybody from that side, from where we were coming from, was referred to as the north side. So that's where the whole idea North Side Africa came from, based even off the music we're doing.
Okay.
Because our vision was to get the music out there to Africa and to the world at large. So that's why all this North Side Africa came in.
The struggle is real with the type of music that you guys are doing, not because it's bad music. It's a music that, you know how being Zambian, there's always certain people that will think you have to do Zambian sound that sounds Zambian.
Yeah.
And most especially you guys have heard a couple of songs that you are doing in English, and you know how English music in Zambia, there's certain percent of people that like such, certain percent of people that just don't believe in such. How is that going? Could it be the reason why maybe it's taking time to get to be identified?
I wouldn't say language barrier is an obstacle at the moment, because we've got people who are in Zambia who are listening to Afro beats from Nigeria. We've got people in Zambia who are listening to music in Amapiano, different languages that they're not even understanding. So I feel language barrier at the moment isn't really a problem with our Zambian people and the culture. I feel maybe it's just time, and also maybe just little bits of engagement with the people. Maybe that's what's a little bit holding us back.
Let me ask your specialization, kabani speciality ka chizungu icho in the group, like in Vichani Vamene Uziba, okay, this is my strength in the group. I would also want to find out his strength and also his strength, and where you feel like if I'm not there, this is what I'm supposed to do, making sure that everything is in place.
Yeah, I might say my strength is just making hooks. Yeah.
Okay.
And beats.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
helping my producer to make the beats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. What is your strength, man, in the group?
My strength. It's for me, I feel I'm like the backbone of like NSA. Like that's how I feel, because I'm like more of a soldier on the ground. My strength is not even in the studio or anything to do with the music. It's literally totally something else that's even far from the music creation. I feel my strength is just like me being on the ground, getting to ensure things are being done accordingly. I make sure studio sessions are happening. You know. Yeah.
How about you? What is like your strength?
I must say should be in the production system. I think the other areas that it's wide, I should say. I wouldn't really say it's this side or this side, because if you ask me that, I'm an independent artist, so there are other sides that I have to make sure I'm taking care of to make sure that the production is being done. So it's a whole process. I wouldn't say I'm reliant on one side, but yeah, I just do everything capable or what I'm supposed to do to keep the dream going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a manager, or you're managing yourselves?
No.
Yeah.
So who's making the final say? Because there's always this thing where someone has to be the boss. Someone has to control the situation. Someone needs to make sure that things are done right.
I should say definitely decisions are made solo sometimes, but for quality decision makings, it requires more than one people, or one person, I should say, or two people. That's a crazy question.
Who's the peacemaker? Who makes the peace? Okay, because we all know where there are 3-4 people.
Yeah.
There's always misunderstanding. We can't say you guys don't misunderstand one another.
I feel it's our producer. I feel our producer. is a peacemaker. Because even when like the days when we're in the studio, I may feel like, okay, we need to drop this project. Maybe Flames is saying, nah, we need to drop this one. Then there'll be Debo will say, nah, we need to drop this one. So there's always that thing. And our producer always be like, guys, like, okay, let's calm down.
Okay.
Let's see what we can best with.
But what's the problem? When you guys were coming for this conversation,
Yeah.
who's the last one to be picked?
To be picked.
What's the problem?
Flames.
I don't know his excuse. What was he saying?
Bro.
Why was he late? Why?
This guy is always spending so much time on his console and his phone, so it's got less schedule hours of sleep. So getting him off is a problem.
Yeah. So you are the problem.
Yeah.
What else can I say? I'm the
Honesty at the end
problem.
of the day. But your brand new song is out. Inside. Consistency, guys. The last time I heard your previous song, man, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Now this one, like, let's talk about that. When you're coming out on scene, I always have this conversation, countless conversation with other artists. I tell them saying, "There's no way you're going to give us music like a big artist, because it's like you are new, but you are competing with massive talent that is out there. What are you guys doing to make sure that the space in the industry is given, you being available is also noticed by other artists in the industry? What are we doing? What are you doing about it?"
Okay, firstly, I feel we got to realize that we need to network a lot, like with our fellow artists. Of late, we've been going studio to studio, getting to understand what type of sounds that other studios can produce, and also just to gravitate our ideas together with the rest of the industry. So I feel in a couple of months, there's gonna be a lot of change. You might be expecting some features here and there, and just some consistency of music also coming out our way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
And I just forgot to mention, so we've got this new genre that we're trying to create called Afro Conto. Yeah, so it's got a fusion of Afrobeat, it's got a fusion of rap. It's got different sounds in it. That's just different from everything that's out there. So we're trying to get that sound out. So you're gonna be hearing a lot of that from us.
Nice. So having a conversation with NSA, Northside Africa. I just came to know about it now. Ishmael, they have a different story. Can we check out the video now? Finally, we check out the visual in case you guys, those are watching this show for the very first time, but those who have been watching, they know how the visual looks like. And you can give us your honest thoughts regarding their music and some of the things that you feel like they need to work on. But before we get straight back to that video, is there anything that you'd like to say that you wanted to talk about on these conversations to the people, to the viewers that are watching, to people that already they know who you are, but they are super supporting in silent? What do you want them to do for you?
I feel let them keep sharing the music, let them keep showing love, and we're also out here to keep entertaining you guys with some good music, the culture and the vibes.
Nice. Okay, so let's check out the visual.